YouTube, what's going on? What do we have here? So today I'm going to go over all of the vehicles I've had throughout my time so far. First car I ever had was a 1994 Honda Civic hatchback. Now let me put a disclaimer out there. All these photos are from Google. The photos of my actual cars will start when we hit the Genesis Coupe. Yes, I said Genesis Coupe. So the second car here is 1996 Civic sedan. And next is a 1994 Acura Integra LS. This was a fun car. Ended up selling this to one of my buddies. And I joined the Army 2005, picked up a Ford Focus. And I got this with 25% interest rate. Ended up getting rid of this and picking up a 2003 Volkswagen GTI in the Silverstone color, which is real nice. Had water pump issues, and then I picked up a 2007 Volkswagen GTI in the beautiful Tornado Red. This was a nice car, and I got rid of it because it was a lease, and under the Soldier Sailor Relief Act, when you deploy, you can turn it back in. During my deployment, I had some buddies, Mike and Dino, pick me up a VR6 GTI in this beautiful purple color. It's black-ish purple, but it was real nice. And the owner that my buddies had picked it up from, he passed away, so rest in peace to him. And unfortunately, I didn't keep this car for long. I ended up selling it to a retired sergeant major, and then picked up a Genesis Coupe, and here it is. This is the only picture I got of it. During that time, cell phones weren't really a thing yet. If they were, you didn't have a good one. So I picked up a Dodge SRT4, only picture I have of it. Very fun car, and I sold this and got my Evo, as you can see here. My buddy took a picture of me taking it, and I love Evos. I've always wanted one and just couldn't afford one. So when I got back from the deployment, I was able to, and I did all sorts of stuff to it. So it was black when I got it. I ended up painting it and had engine issues, so got rid of it and got a Evo 10. This car was a full-blown money pit. I mean, most cars are if you're modding them and whatnot, but this, I bought all kinds of parts from it, from Bulletproof Automotive, various JDM sites, and I did everything you could to it. So I ended up selling this to one of my soldiers and picked up a beater E36 328i sedan Beamer. Ended up selling this, and I got into flipping cars, and I picked up this white Evo. Now this I got for cheap because the owner needed money, and I worked out a deal with him. Ended up buying it, fixing a few things on it, and got lucky with that because I thought that I was going to put more money into it. So I ended up fixing it up and then flipping it. Upon that, I bought a black Evo 9. This one was MR, the white one was a GSR. This one, I would say I broke even, and when I sold it, the person that bought it from me worked at a dealership, and so ended up selling for that price. Now I picked up an STI. This was a flip also, and this is the only photo I have as well. And picked up a Golf R, fun car. I did the Revo Stage 2 with Thai VW in Hawaii. And I ended up PCSing from there, and I went straight to Fort Bragg and picked up another Evo. This Evo has got a funny backstory to it. So years ago when I was stationed in Fort Irwin, first duty station, this was my squad leader's car, and he still had it. And, I asked him, do you still have it? And he said, yeah. I told him I'd like to buy it from you. He said, sure. We worked out a deal. I got it. I ended up doing a ETS 6266 turbo kit. It made good power, but unfortunately it was MR, so I couldn't throw too much at it, or else I would have to build the trans or do a 5-speed swap. And ended up selling this, and I picked up an STI, started modding it, and it was not as fast. It was nice, but that was about it. And I picked up another Evo 9 and did a 35R turbo kit on it. This was a fun car, a low 11-second car. And as you can see here, same place, gray Evo and then red Evo. I did a lot of things to it, spent a lot of time with it. Maintenance over there in the back of my workplace in North Carolina, formerly known as Fort Bragg. So so it was red, as you can see it, and then I had it in this. I can't remember if this was a wrap, and there was kind of like a chalk wrap, like a flat red, but it was pretty cool. So I sold this and wanted to get out of cars, and I picked up a Jeep, bone stock, brand new, and I said, you know what, I'm not gonna mod it, and lo and behold, I got a new grill, light bar, different wheels. So yeah, that didn't last long about getting out of cars and not modding it. And I had my fun with the Jeep, and I wanted to get back into cars, so I picked up a 2016 STI, or 2015, can't remember, one of those years. And this was actually a good daily. It wasn't bad on gas. It wasn't fast either, but it was a decent car. Nice color too, the World Rally Blue. And then I got back into flipping cars, so I got a GTI Mark V and then a Mark 7. Ended up selling them. Picked up this Civic as a daily, and I didn't want it anymore because I was trying to get other cars. So I sold it and then picked up this Civic Type R as a warrant officer graduation gift and promotion to warrant officer. So you got to go to walks first and then Wobeck as your first duty station. So here it is on the showroom floor. I did a few things, minor bolt-ons, front mount intercooler, lowered it on iBox springs, wheels, and then put some RPF 1s in there. And here it is. You can see I brought it to Germany, and I ended up getting rid of it. So right here, this is at the dealership I got rid of it at. I picked up another beater, a BMW station wagon that I sold to my soldier. He kept the RPF 1, and I picked up a GT500 Shelby 2014 track pack, all the bells and whistles minus the glass roof, because I don't like sunroofs or glass roofs, none of that. I always wanted one, finally was able to afford one, and it's just the car wasn't fun in snow. A lot of people say, well, you just needed correct tires. I had some, it wasn't good. Anyways, I ended up getting rid of the Shelby, picked up a RSX. It did not pass inspection in the German economy, so I had to get ready to sell it, and I picked up a GT M3, getting rid of the Shelby. And this was the start of the BMW bug. I wouldn't say this was a money pit. I spent a lot of money on it, but not as much as the Evo 10, but I met a lot of good people with this car. This was the introduction to M-Flight and doing a lot of work at Ink Custom. I even drove this thing all over the place to include the snow. This you throw in winter tires, you're good to go. And as you can see, this is Ink Customs M3. And thank you, Carl, for always letting me stop by at BMW Military Sales. But I will miss this car. This is, why didn't I keep it? Best thing I say is I just like getting different things, and in order to get different things, you got to get rid of one thing, or many in my case. So yeah, this was a nice one, I will say. So I ended up putting this back to stock and getting a beater, thanks to Jarrett for the Civic. Only problem I had was alternator went out. After that, changed it, good to go. Put the M3 back to stock and got an M2. Now, I always wanted one, I liked it, I didn't get it. I had the chance to get it when they came out. And so now that they had one in stock, I was like, you know what, I need to get it now. So I took this car all over the place, BMW Museum in Munich, and this car was fun. Took it to Beamer Fest out in the Netherlands. That was a pretty interesting show. It was actually a badass show. So did some work with my Joes, and I was also lucky enough to take it to the Nürburgring. This was a awesome experience. So I bought a beater in the time being. Audi A3 worked great all the way up until the clutch went out on me. So this was a fun day right here. And then I got rid of it, and I ended up PCSing to Hawaii now. And as you can see here, nice and tropical. And now, mind you, I got rid of this because in Hawaii, the fastest you can go is 60 miles an hour, unless you do Mexico runs at night. But I was not interested in doing those kind of things, and I just wanted to enjoy the car. So, I'm a diehard car guy. I love cars, but to go only 60 is, yeah. So I picked up a GTI, as you can see here. Hung out with some buddies of mine, Dino and Mike, And I got rid of the GTI because the sunroof leaked and got me a GLI, no sunroof. This was a fun car, quick, automatic, and ended up selling it, breaking even. And I picked up a E92 M3. So this is what it looks like. I don't have the picture of it when I got it, but I ended up changing out the wheels, adding front lip, re-clearing the headlights. I worked so much on this car. I did all sorts of maintenance to get it back up to par. So I ended up selling it and picking up a Supra that was super short-lived. This is this was a cool car, but maybe I should have test drove a few more instead of actually buying one. So I bought it and then sold it right away, or well, vice versa, gave it back. So I got my money back, and this was a fun car, but I kept hitting my head every time I kept getting into it. So that was not fun. I know taller people have this car too, but yeah, after I kept hitting my head, so I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna, hey, you guys take it back. If not, then I'll figure it out. So yeah, nice car, but as you can see right here, it's very small, almost like a Z3, exactly a Z3. But yeah, I'll say that at least I got to own a Supra, or is it a Supra because it has a BMW engine? I don't know. Toyota badges, but Supra heart. And the infotainment system is BMW as well. So now I been carless for longest, putting around in a Honda Fit for the past 2.5 years. I'm thinking about getting a few different things. So if you can, you guys want to comment in the comment section what I should get next. I'm thinking about an RS3. They're pretty nice, not too pricey, decent range price, what I'm looking to pay, or a GTR. Definitely not going to get a brand new one. They're just way too expensive, so it'd have to be like a 2013 and up. Or I was thinking about also getting back into a M4 G82 poly manual. I know manual is not as fast, but I just like the manual, and you can get these in manual. Same with the G87 M2. So let me know what you think in the comments of all the cars I had, or just what should I get next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. All right, y'all.